So I'm really curious. Are you a goal setter? Or are you like me, somebody that was like cringe goals and now you want to set new goals in your life? What goals are you going to set in 2025? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Kelly Pajic. I am unveiling how I handle life, the tools and techniques that I pick up to lead a more empowered life so that I can discover my meaning and purpose in this life. So I have recently come to the conclusion that goals are an essential part of being fulfilled in life and having a sense of purpose in life. But I feel that goal setting could be a missing ingredient, a missing tool that I have overlooked on my journey. So just recently, I went through a Mel Robbins podcast video episode where she talked about goal setting. And a lot of the information that Mel Robbins puts out is all research backed. And that is what I so much like about it. And so some tips and some points that Mel pointed out in the podcast were that goal setting is so important because it makes us feel fulfilled. It gives us a sense of purpose. People that set goals tend to be happier. They suppress negative emotions. Setting goals lowers fear, lowers depression. Like I said, it gives you a sense of purpose and meaning and more importantly, you're up to something, right? Life is harder when you have no goals. And I can totally relate to that because for the past couple of years now, I've been in this I don't want to say rut, but in this certain place where I have gone off and done so many things in my life. I'm like, really, what do I want to do next? Where is my heart leading me? And I just didn't have this excitement and this zest for doing the next thing like I had for so many years. And I finally feel like I'm going into that place again where I can be excited about living. Like, I want to go after this thing and pursue this thing. So I'm really excited about bringing the goal setting process into my life for 2025. What I learned is that there is a right way of setting goals, which this isn't something like I would always just my goal is to lose weight, lose 10 pounds, or my goal is to eat healthier. And I know we have to be more specific. I'm just okay, there's a right way. And Mel Robbins explained that. I am a big dreamer. And I didn't realize I can still dream. And we can dream big. Because dreams can be this big, huge picture. We can grasp on this tiny little thing and make it a goal. What is one chunk? Here's this big cloud, this big dream, and we grab a hold of this and say, this is the goal I want to work towards out of that huge, huge dream that I have. So doing the dream process is a way for you to determine, what should my goals even be? Another way to determine goals in your life is to picture yourself at the end of your life. I do this a lot. When I'm 80 years old, what do I want to look back and say that I've done? Or 80 years old, will I regret not doing that? So it's a way for you to get motivated and to really visualize and really think about what you want to do in your life now. The practice of mindfulness is important in goal setting because mindful individuals are better at setting goals for themselves. And the reason for that is somebody that's mindful gets quiet. They take their breaths, they go within, and they listen to that voice within themselves, that voice that we're all guided with. So if you're not already doing a mindfulness practice, now's the time that might be right for you to start exploring that so that you can get better at setting goals. The two components someone needs to make goal setting successful for them are: one, there needs to be a will. You need to have a motivation and an emotional aspect of behavior change. I'm going to say that again. There needs to be a will, a motivation, and an emotional aspect of behavior change. Because setting a goal, you will always need a behavior change. I can say to myself, I have a goal of journaling. Well, there is no behavior change because I already journal every single day. Goals are something that you need to have a behavior change, and you need to have a will and a motivation behind that to make the behavior stick. Will needs to be your why. Your why of behavior change. Why now? Why change? Why is it important to you? So define those aspects of the goal that you're setting so that you have an emotional driver behind it. Then there needs to be the way. I feel like this component, the second component, the way, is something that I kept missing. Because for me, the way is the cognitive and informational aspect of behavior change. So it's the structure behind the why, the structure behind the will. How is this going to transpire? For me, I'm always like, oh, the universe will just trickle in and do all the little, everything I need is just going to line up. If this is the way, the universe is going to provide it. What I didn't realize is I needed a plan, a structure, a roadmap to get me there. And I love doing things like that. But I get really like caught in like, oh my God, this is like, I don't know the answer and I don't know the next step. And you know what? That's all going to be okay. Just make yourself a fun little map like my friend Laura Beck does. Make yourself a fun little plan. You know, how can this be fun for you? Maybe you're not a planner, but how can you have fun with it in a, you know, just like make it your own. Make it your Kelly's version. There's 5 mistakes that people make when they set goals. Number 1, you get so focused on the how, you forget the why. And you feel pressure or obligated to the goal. Mistake number 2, setting too many goals. You should only set 1 to 3 goals. 1 to 3 goals. Number 3, when you define goals, you are missing the sweet spot. This is interesting. It's either too easy or too difficult. Most go way too big. Dreams are big goals, must be small and attainable. You want something that you can achieve. Number 4, the goal is too general. Dreams can be general, so go dream all day. Make them really general. Number 5, turn a goal into a high-low range goal. This is really interesting. Listen to this. What do you think is more achievable? Losing 3 pounds or losing 2 to 4 pounds? Think about it. A high-low range is 2 to 4 pounds. And I really thought about that, and really that really resonated with me. So now as I look at goals, I'm not saying, oh, I want to do this every day of the week. What I'm going to do is say, I am going to eat healthy 5 out of 7 days a week. I am going to not drink alcohol 5 out of 7 days a week. Whatever I want to say with it. But do that high-low range. So how do you get started with goals? How do you get started in this process? Set easy milestones like I referred to before. take that chunk and set some easily attainable goals right in the beginning. It gives you hope that yes, you can achieve these goals. Tell someone you admire about your goal. It's kind of like holding yourself accountable. It gives greater goal commitment. Oh my God, commitment, it almost makes me cringe, but this is a new year. We're going into a new year. It's goals, it's commitment. You are going to do it just like me. One step right away will result in the most change. What can you do right away to achieve this goal? Get it, mark it off your list, and you're off running, flying. Let's get it. Finally, my last thought is create habits and systems to achieve the goals. Now, I'm not going to start going over that in this video, but I really want to get into what are the habits that are going to support my goals? What are the systems that I can set up that will support me achieving this goal in my life in 2025? So I'm really curious. Are you a goal setter? Or are you like me, somebody that was like cringe goals and now you want to set new goals in your life? What goals are you going to set in 2025? What piece of insight from this video has helped you, has brought some new light to how you look at goals? I'd like to hear it in the comments below. Thanks everybody for joining me today. I'll see you in the next one.